Hey there, it's Vicky Video from Ghost Stargazing. Getting my feet tangled up in my electric foot warmer there. Clear off. Oh, golly, hasn't it been cold lately? So, yes, welcome to our live stream. It's only a little quickie tonight. We've got the main big Ghost Stargazing live coming in a week or two. But we have got something rather exciting coming up in just the next couple of days. We have got Captain Neill here from Ghost Stargazing Live, who is going to tell us how to observe the partial solar eclipse safely. Now, there has probably been a little bit of confusion because there are actually two eclipses. It's not the one tomorrow morning, it's the one coming up very soon. And we've got Captain Neill here with all of the details. But most importantly, we are going to show you how to watch the eclipse safely with your family and how to get your hands on eclipse glasses. So hang on, here he is. Here he comes. Are you ready? Hello, Captain Neill.
Hey, what's your Vicky? How you doing?
I'm sure you're being dazzled by my smile, I'm certain.
Funny enough,
You need those glasses.
Right now I can't see you because, of course, these glasses block out 99.999% of light. So it allows us to only see very bright things through these, you see. And these are what you're going to need to see the solar eclipse at the end of the month.
And so please tell us that, first of all, there might be some confusion because we've got an array of eclipses coming up. Tell us about what the dates are and why there might be some confusion.
Well, yeah, there's lots going on at the moment with regards to an eclipse that's happening tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, there's going to be a lunar eclipse. Okay, so it's similar to a solar eclipse. It's just a different, slightly orientation of the sun, moon, and Earth in alignment. So I've got, if you'd like to quickly share my screen for me, I've got this little chart here. It looks a little bit kind of, confusing to start with, but this is, so the top of the chart is showing a solar eclipse. So this is where the moon is in between the sun and the Earth. So the sunlight shines onto the moon casts a shadow onto Earth's surface, and if you just so happen to be in that shadow, you will see what's called a total solar eclipse. Okay, the moon completely blocking out the sunlight. Okay, so that's a total solar eclipse. All right? I'll talk a little bit more about a partial solar eclipse in a moment. What's happening tomorrow morning is what's called a lunar eclipse, and that's shown at the bottom of this chart. And here you can see that the sun and then the Earth and then the moon are in alignment. So in this type of orientation, the sunlight is shining onto Earth. Earth is casting a shadow into space, and it just so happens that tomorrow morning, the moon will be passing within that shadow. Okay, it doesn't happen all of the time. It doesn't happen indeed very often. And perhaps that's why everybody's getting really excited about it. So I can actually show you, I'll just share my screen. Can I stop this share and move over to Stellarium?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So let me just switch on Stellarium. Window.
If you've got any questions about the eclipse, just type them into the Facebook comments. They'll pop up on the screen and we'll endeavour our best to try and answer them, won't we, Cosmo? He says yes.
So there you go. I'm still at Stellarium now. So here's Stellarium, okay? So this is set for tomorrow morning at 5:30 in the morning, and it's set for my location, which is Darlington. And as you can see, the moon has this this bite taken out of it. Do you see that there? I've enlarged.
Do you remember the Jaffa Cakes advert? Full moon, half moon. Somebody's Jaffa cake.
So basically, yeah, you'll see a big Jaffa cake in the sky with a bite taken out of it. But what that circle here is actually the Earth's shadow. Okay, so the moon is moving around the Earth, and it's moving in our screen here from right to left. And as it enters Earth's shadow, you'll see the shadow being cast on the surface of the moon. So as I said, this is at 5:30 in the morning. If I just advance time just by a minute, do you see that what's actually happening here is the moon is moving to the left, to the left as we're seeing it, and therefore into Earth's shadow a little bit more each time. Do you see that it's taken out a bit more of the moon? You'll be able to see this naked eye. Okay, so you don't need any glasses or telescope or anything. You can actually see this naked eye. Binoculars would be really good. The only downside to this whole event is look how low it is in the sky at 5:45 in the morning, even when it isn't fully eclipsed. You see the moon is only half eclipsed. Really, we want to see this when the moon is totally eclipsed, because when the moon is totally eclipsed, it actually turns orange. It turns red, or what's called a blood moon. Okay, and that's the real spectacle. That's really what we're really hoping for. But look what happens. By the time the moon is fully eclipsed, unfortunately, especially for me, there you go. I think that's full eclipse. It's below the horizon. Yeah, and for most...
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say that is a glancing blow of an eclipse, close but no cigar.
So indeed it is. So basically, we'll see. There will be a blood moon eclipse tomorrow morning, but most people in the UK won't see it because the moon will have already set. I think maybe people in the Penzance or Northern Ireland and islands, they're far enough west to see the blood moon. But basically, unfortunately for everyone in the UK, or most people in the UK, this is pretty much as we're going to see it at about 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, of course, as the moon sets, the sun's rising, and therefore the skies are getting lighter as well. So that will also affect the view. It won't be as dark. So we're mentioning this just because we're talking about eclipses, and this lunar eclipse is everywhere at the moment. Okay, it's all over social media. So I thought I'd better explain that's what this particular eclipse is about. I'm more interested in the partial solar eclipse, okay, and that's at the end of this month. So what I'll do is I'll just change some settings first of all. I'm just going to make the moon appear a little bit smaller. I've made it big just to make the shadow appear, and I'm going to advance time to this date, the 29th of March at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Yeah. We are using Stellarium software here, which is free for everybody to download, and it's wonderful and used by every astronomer.
It is. We often use it all too often when we want to show people things in the sky and it's raining. But that's when it comes in perhaps most useful. But it's also useful to explain this. So this is a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. All right. So we're not talking 5:30 in the morning trying to look for the moon really low in the sky like tomorrow morning. This event is going to be high in the sky on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. So even if you've been out all night stargazing, you should be able to get up for this event. Now, look what happens, though. When I zoom in on the sun, you can see there's the little black dot next to it. That is the moon. Okay. So at around about 8 minutes past 10 on Saturday, the 29th of March, the moon will start to pass in front of the sun. Okay, do you see that? And as we advance time, it will gradually cover more and more of the sun until around about, I think about 10 past 11, something like that. That's what we call maximum eclipse. This is where most of the moon will be covering most of the sun. It's going to be about 30 to 40% covered, depending on your location in the UK. All right. And then if I just keep advancing time, this is, of course, simulating both the Earth rotating, but the moon moving across and around in its orbit as well. There, around about 12 o'clock, the moon will leave the disk of the sun and the eclipse will be over. Okay. The only real important thing to mention about this whole eclipse, though, is that you'll need to be looking at the sun at the time. And of course, you can't look at the sun. You must never look at the sun unless you're wearing the correct eye protection. Okay, so that is where these come in. All right, these solar glasses. So if I can just stop my screen share and switch back over, we can talk about solar glasses. So if you'd like to share my screen again.
I love that picture.
So I've got a bit of a habit of doing this. So this was the last time I distributed solar glasses, or maybe even the time before that. This is going back to, I think, early 2020. And this was when I distributed 5,000 solar glasses across the whole of the UK. This time round, I've got plenty more. This time round, this is just one box of many. I've got 75,000 pairs of solar glasses.
That's a lot.
It is. I'm really keen for loads of people to see this and, of course, see it safely as well. So with thanks to my friends at First Light Optics, they've shipped them over from America. These are all eclipses that were gathered together. They're mostly unused. I'm pretty sure all of them are unused. And it's a charity called Astronomers Without Borders basically recycle these glasses and then send them to poorer countries to, encourage people to get interested in astronomy and, spread the love of astronomy, as you said there. So basically what I'm doing is I'm selling these, pretty cheap, and all of the proceeds are going to go to the Astronomers Without Borders program for recycling glasses. The form, you can order them if you'd like some off my website here. So here is my website. The link we've put in the comments. It's basically gostargazing.co.uk/eclipse. That will bring you to this web page, and on the web page it just explains a little bit about what's going on, a little bit about the organizations that are involved, and a form to buy your glasses. And we're asking just £10 for 50 pairs of glasses. All right, so you'll get a bundle pretty much like that. You can order them up to 200 in one parcel. 50 sounds like a lot, but they come pre-packed in 50 bundles, so it's much easier for the guys at First Light Optics to send them out in bundles of 50. All right, so basically you can get your hands on a bundle of glasses. You can give them to your mates, give them to your family, your friends, your colleagues, and you can keep them as well for next year, because there's going to be another partial eclipse in August next year as well.
Ooh. Yes, so the last solar eclipse that we had, I guess it was sometime last year, we didn't have solar glasses, and we had to set up an exceedingly I think we did it we projected it from the binoculars onto a white wall, but it was very tedious, a very small image.
Yeah, you have to be really careful whenever you're pointing anything optical at the sun. You're not looking through it. Binoculars magnify the sunlight and can burn and things like that. So, there is another thing that you could do if you're, there are observatories and astronomy groups that are organizing observing events for this partial eclipse. So you can look up on the Go Stargazing website and see what's going on near you if you want to go and look at the eclipse maybe through a solar telescope.
Oh, yeah, that's so exciting. Actually, I think I could do it through the Seastar, the Seastar robotic telescope from First Light Optics. That's got fabulous. I must remember to pack my solar filter. That's got a solar filter on it, and we should be able to just watch it on our phone. It's another option as well.
Vicky, I'd like to see you do that, Vicky. That's very cool.
That's very good, yes. And the wonderful David Miller, brilliant idea for the glasses. Count me in. Cosmos says big time. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for your continuing support. So, yeah, let's just, what's the last shipping date for these, Neil?
So really the 24th of March is kind of when I'm going to disable the order form, because I want to make sure everyone gets them in the time. That's Monday, the 24th of March.
Awesome. So let's just recap. The solar eclipse is coming when? What's the date?
So the solar eclipse is the 29th of March, Saturday, the 29th of March, from around 8 minutes past 10 to about midday.
Of course, which makes it prime time to view with your family on a Saturday morning. Hopefully beautiful Saturday morning, nice and safe with the eclipse glasses that you've purchased from Go Stargazing in a bundle of 50. It sounds like a lot, but please distribute them to everybody, because you just never know. If you share a little bit of astronomy with a friend, family member, passerby in the street, you can change their life, because they'll love space forever. It's a wonderful thing to share. Chris is asking, where can you buy the eclipse glasses? Neil.
So you can buy them through my website, gostargazing.co.uk/eclipse.
I've just dropped the link into the comments again. If you click the link Chris, and you should be able to buy the bundle of Eclipse glasses. And we wish you a wonderful eclipse, even though it's not a full eclipse. You still so much value and excitement. I was amazed when I saw the last partial eclipse at just how exciting it was.
It's actually quite a rare thing to see almost like the mechanics of the solar system, in action. So that literally you're seeing the moon passing and moving in front of the sun. So it's really cool. It's really cool. And it's guaranteed to be completely clear, sunny skies that morning as well.
Oh, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, thank you so much for that, Neil. Share this video with everybody. Show it to the kids. Get them excited. Oh, here's Jules. Jules, hello. I think the next Go Stargazing Live proper is going to be on, Elaine's watching from Planetly. And the next one is going to be on Thursday, the 27th of March, which will really be ramping up the eclipse. We'll have some eclipse experts on, but you need to get these glasses before the 24th. That's the last shipping date. And they're I mean, how much are they on Amazon, or which they're expensive? Yeah.
If you order them after the 24th, then I would recommend to get them from First Light Optics. So not only are First Light Optics, have they been kind enough to ship these over from America, and all of this is at their expense. They're sending them out as well. So big kudos and thanks to First Light Optics. But you can get them from their website as well. Yeah.
Superb. All right. Thank you, Neil. I'm going to go and put my dinner on, but thank you. It's lovely to see you. And thank you to everybody who's joined the live stream. See you all soon. Safe eclipse viewing, most importantly. See you soon. Bye.
Clear skies.